To Books by Britt TV. I'm your host Britt, and today I am going to be doing the 20 questions book tag. I saw it on YouTube a couple of years ago. And you know how you, while I'm watching a video, I would comment my questions to it, and I said, no, I'm gonna just create my own channel one day and do this book tag. So here we are 5 years later. Alrighty, so let's just get started, okay? How many books is too many books in a book series? It's never really too many, it's no such thing as too many books in a book series. However, each book should be strong enough to stand on their own. I don't like to read a book series where I feel like the first book is strong enough to stand on its own. 2, 3, and 4 could have been one book. 5 and 6 could have been one book. 7 is stand on its own. So it really just depends. I just feel like each book should be able to stand on their own. The Harry Potter series was a 7-book series, and every last one of those books was strong enough to stand on their own. And it was the book series was completed. And then you have the Hunger Games series that was a 3-book series, and each of those was strong enough to stand on their own. And the series was completed. It wasn't like, oh, where's the next book? Because we didn't get all of our questions wasn't answered in this book series. But yeah, it just depends. 7, 3, long as at the end of the series we don't have any unanswered questions. All right, how do you feel about cliffhangers? I don't mind cliffhangers, but I don't like when the story is completed and then the author throws in a cliffhanger at the very end after the story's been completed. Now it's like, you know, it kind of just undoes the completion of the story. But I don't mind a good cliffhanger. It just has to be done right. Hard copy or paperback? Now this should have been a physical copy or paperback. And I don't, no. This should have been physical copy or ebook. I don't particularly have a preference towards ebook or physical copy, but if I'm wanting a quick read, I'll just buy the ebook for $2.99. If I know if it has like less than 200 pages, well actually less than 300 pages, I'll buy it on ebook. But for certain authors like Toni Morrison, Stephen King, James Patterson, Alice Walker, I always buy their books, a physical copy of those books, because yeah, I always have to buy those physical copies because I really like to take my time to read those. Favorite book? The Color Purple by Alice Walker, but Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Are Watching God is a good runner-up as well. I love that book too. Least favorite book? A Deeper Love Inside, the Portia Santiago story by Sister Soldier. I didn't particularly care for that book. I came out in, I believe, 2012 or 2013. So that's my least favorite book. Love triangles, yes or no? Yes, I love to read about a good love triangle. The most recent book you just couldn't finish? I would have to go back and say A Deeper Love Inside, the Portia Santiago story. I eventually finished it, but it took me a long time to finish the story. And I'm saying it because when I first finished it, I read the reviews after I finished it, and I said, hold up, I missed all of that. So I went back again and took my time to read it again, and I seen a lot of stuff that I did miss, but yeah, it was just really hard for me to finish that book. A book you're currently reading? I am currently reading It by Stephen King. I got it from my boo on my birthday. Okay. The next book is Oldest Book You Read, publication date. The oldest book I've read, I don't know if you could consider it a book, but it was the Iliad and the Odyssey. Those were too old. They were poems. Or would you consider the Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales? I think that came out in 1142. So I guess The Canterbury Tales is the oldest book I've read. The newest book you've read, publication date, Butterfly by Ashley Antoinette, which I will be doing a video on. But yeah, that was a really good book. Last book you recommended to someone? I recommended The Green Mile to my cousin, and I recommended Ashley Antoinette's Ethics series to my mom to start. My favorite author? It's Zora Neale Hurston or Toni Morrison. I love both of their stories. So I don't know. Toss up between Zora Neale Hurston and Toni Morrison. which I was really sad because I planned to go see Toni Morrison Pieces of Me documentary before she passed away, and I was sad that she passed away before I could go and see it. But yeah, those two. Buying books or borrowing books, it doesn't matter. They all read the same. I buy books and I also check them out in the library, or borrow from my mom or my cousins. Doesn't matter at all. A book you dislike that everyone else seems to love. What's a book I dislike but everyone else seems to love? Oh, the Twilight series. And not necessarily that I dislike it. I just couldn't fall in love with that series the way I've, fallen in love with the Ethic series, Harry Potter series, the Hunger Games series, the Game of Thrones series, the Aragon series. And I think it was because I saw the first Twilight movie first, and I didn't, at the time, Kristen Stewart, I guess she was kind of new. She had only been in Speak, and I didn't really like her in Speak either, or whatever, but I didn't really like her portrayal of Bella in the movie. I didn't like her as Bella in the movie before I read the book. So when I read the book, all I kept seeing was Kristen Stewart. So I think maybe that's why I couldn't get into the Twilight series as everyone else did. Bookmarks or dog ears. I've never used any. I always just opened up the book and went right back to the part or page that I was reading on. So I never used any of them. A book you can always reread. The Color Purple. That's, I told you, this one like my favorite book, but I love The Color Purple. And the movie too. Can you read while hearing music? I can, but I can't listen to the radio. I have to go in and curate my own playlist in order to listen to it, because if the radio has some new music going on, that just throws me off. I have to listen to my 2012 on back type of music to get into the groove of the book. One point of view or multiple point of views? No preference. I like one point of view, like The Color Purple. And you only saw everything from Celia's point of view until, her sister Nettie, she receives her sister Nettie's point of view. Multiple point of views, I love those as well. But then I hate when you get attached to that character's, to hearing that character's thoughts and things like that. Then the author kills them off. So, but it doesn't even matter. A good story is a good story. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? Now, this depends. If I get an ebook, if I buy an ebook, I read that book in one sitting, probably within 2-3 hours. But if I buy a physical copy of a book, it'll take me, it doesn't take me. I like to take my time and read physical copies of books. So I read it over probably 2 or 3 days. And I love the smell of the books in a way. So when I'm reading them, so I like to take my time and read them. So yeah, it just depends. So that's the tag, you guys. Yay! Yay! Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite author? What's a book series that you couldn't get into? Your least favorite book? And what is the oldest book you've ever read? Now, not just about everyone could say they read, some old English book in in high school. So I'm sure we probably all read the Canterbury Tales, or the Iliad or Homer. I mean, Iliad by Homer, or the Odyssey or whatnot. But yeah, let me know in the comments some of you guys' favorite books as well. And also, feel free to do the 20 question book tag and tag me in it so I can see you guys' videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!